Hello, hello, hello. It is November 14th. I hope you are all well. 11/11 portal on Monday, and then tomorrow, Friday, we got the supermoon. I don't know if anybody else is going crazy out there feeling this, but this is stuff that I totally feel and resonate with. I was totally up at 4 o'clock a.m. today, and eventually out of bed right after 5. Went to bed pretty early. I was zapped. But, last week, as I had said, with the election energies, I was pulled out of bed at like 4 in the morning. And then for the next consecutive couple days, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and so on. And I've been spending some time on Threads, that new social media platform. And there's a lot happening on there, okay? And there's a lot of good stuff. And it's mainly because, people are sick of an existing platform that is completely dropped in numbers because of all the hate. And while I'm not going to go into that, there's a lot of people on there throughout the country and throughout the planet that have all been talking about being woken up at 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, or they've been up at 4 in the morning, and it's totally not normal. So there are a lot of people waking up. There are a lot of people being activated. There are a lot of people who, let's say, are woke or woken up, and we're just stepping into our light and doing our thing. And that's kind of what I'm trying to put out. So if you're still paying attention, I appreciate you. I recorded quite a few videos in the past week or the past 10 days, and sometimes I have re-recorded them a second time or a third time because I forgot something or I messed something up, and then I couldn't decide which one to post, and then I finally posted it. You will also find me on YouTube, okay? I'm learning YouTube at Peter Trottier, just like this Instagram account, at Peter Trottier. So what I'm getting at is if you go to YouTube, you'll find these videos posted there. You might find videos that are a little bit different, but the same story. And what I have realized in the past 10 days is trying to do this on the fly in under 10 minutes is a little bit complicated. And I knew that last year. If you scroll back to last year, the UAP, the UFO videos, you'll see I'm rushing, I'm going through things, yada, yada, yada. That's why over the summer, I rewrote all of this out along with new experiences when it's in relation to the UAPs and the UFOs, because I want to re-record them and put them on YouTube, okay? Plus, I'm learning YouTube, so there's a lot of options there and a lot of features. But with that being said, I made mistakes in some of these videos. I chose the wrong words. And for example, talking about Atlantis, and I said gene manipulation, what I meant to say was, taking advantage of hybridization, crossing humans with animals and so on, and just doing terrible things. There were some other videos, where I said things like astral state. I was dreaming. I meant lucid dreaming, because I was lucidly, am I awake? Am I sleeping? What's this dream about with the skunk? So without going into all of it, there's just things I forgot or things I left out or little words here and there that make a huge difference. And I don't dig that. So I have a story that I want to tell, and I've been thinking about it for the last couple days and how I want to do it. And I was like, I'm going to have to break it up into segments. It's way too long to put together. And I had to go back and look at some of the old notes, and I had to reread some of what I journaled. And I realized I'm probably just going to dump it. Well, thank you for that sweet serenade. I'm probably just going to dump it on YouTube. So I'm not necessarily trying to drive new followers there. But let's be honest, not everybody here on Instagram is looking for a 10-minute video or an 8-minute rant, or someone who gets, pulled away a little bit and, goes off on a tangent or lets, some of their emotions get the best of them. So moving forward, be on the lookout for that super moon tomorrow, Friday, and you're probably feeling it. Some of these videos, or all of my videos, I think are always going to be placed on YouTube or backed up there. But, some of them may not always be on Instagram, or I may give you guys a hint and say, hey, get over to YouTube. And if you're interested in Threads, log in, check it out, find your click. It is definitely an algorithm. But I see so many people on there who are walking away from things that do not serve them, okay? And it's an algorithm. So, of course, things I reply to or comment on or give energy to, good or bad, are going to show up more in my feed. But there are a lot of people making changes in their life for the better. And it's things I've rolled through or things I've dealt with or things I agree upon or can add, help with. Or it's also things I'm learning and picking up on and deciding to follow because I want to know and hear more about it. So I'm not going to go into it. We all got our stuff that we're trying to unload it with the full moon tomorrow. burn a letter. You've seen me burning some letters, and I'm going to explain more on that in a couple weeks. The Blue Jays, of course, as always today. And, set your intentions. Decide what it is you want to manifest. What do you want to improve in your life? Because, we're going into the holidays and we're going into the new year. And with this supermoon, it's a great time to do it. Plus all the other shifts that are coming. So I hope you are all well. Peace, love, and light as always. Definitely look for me if you're interested on YouTube. And some of you are probably active on YouTube and you're like, oh, this is a better place to follow his videos. Or, oh, this is a lot easier than, sitting here on Instagram when there's other stuff in my feed. The great thing about YouTube too is obviously you can always come back to it. It'll always be there. And then I can always send it to people down the road. I talk to other people here and there, and then I'm trying to say, well, get to my Instagram or find it here or let me copy you or what's your crazy, Instagram name or whatever. This way, through YouTube, you can just zip it out to people and, as I figure out more features, probably add more to it. So that's a lot of what I wanted to say on the fly. Hopefully tomorrow I'll put together this lengthy little story on what I'm calling the Moon Man. I have talked about him before, and he's a very interesting multidimensional being, or I should say beings. And I think I know who and what he is. But shit is about to get weird, okay? We're about to take it to the next level and kind of step it up. And this is stuff that is a bit of a stretch, but if I don't start sharing it, how are people going to learn, right? How are people going to know? And what am I doing with this information? So it's not for attention. It's not for accolades. It's just part of my truth. And I continue to mull some things over because it involves other people's truths. But that's what we're here for. We all signed up for it. So peace, love, and light to you all. I hope you are all well. Have a terrific and amazing, Thursday. And all the best on Friday with the supermoon and rolling into the new weekend. Peace out, y'all.